Welcome back again to day 5 and a little bit more of Carmen's legacy. Chapter 2. I'm alive, but it hurts like hell. I woke up in recovery ward, unaware of what lay ahead. All I knew at that point was that I'd been in a fatal car crash that had taken the life of a young girl, and I was in pain. I realised my life was going to change from that point, but how drastically I could never have imagined. Feelings of uncertainty took over. Questions like, what will my future hold? How will this affect my family, my health, and my job? The reality that our perfect life could be changed so dramatically in an instant by a car crash started to sink in. I thought again of the girl who had died, and I thought about her family. I wondered who she was and how old she was. I was imagining what her mum and dad were going through. While I could not bring myself to think about someone dying in a car crash I had just been in, it haunted my thoughts. My mind was flitting from the young girl who died to her parents, to my girls, to Ange, my mum and dad, to my work, and back through all of them again. It was a very disturbing thought loop. Apparently, I spent time in recovery before I was wheeled into a room that I would share with 3 other patients. As I was being lifted and lowered into my bed, the movement exposed how stiff and sore I was, everywhere. The pain that started in my foot and my face was now permeating my entire body. I couldn't get comfortable due to the constant ache in my back. I must have gone to sleep because the next thing I knew, I was being woken by a nurse. This was the beginning of what would become a ritual of having my blood pressure taken, light shone into my eyes, and generally having things done to me while attempting to sleep my way through the nightmare. The next time I woke, Ange was sitting beside the bed. Am I going to make it? I asked. Ange assured me that the doctors were happy with how I had come through the operation and that I would be okay. On day 2, the ward was like Burke Street, with people in and out all day. Dr. Ian Poker was one of the visitors. He was the doctor who had operated on me the night before. Dr. Poker arrived early to explain my surgery and injuries. He told me in medical terms that my top jaw had been broken in 4 places, 2 on each side. My cheekbones were shattered and collapsed. They had been sitting inside and on the top of the roof of my mouth. During the operation, plates had been attached to each side of my jaw. My teeth had been badly loosened, so Dr. Poker wired them back together to give strength to my top jaw. This allowed him to rebuild my cheekbones by reattaching the bones with plates and screws and fixing them from my top jaw to my nose and eye sockets to hold everything in place. In all, I had 26 plates and screws inserted. And I looked beautiful again, apparently. There is obviously a lot more to chapter 2, but I'll leave you with the thought that I was once again looking beautiful. And I look forward to bringing the next part of Carmen's legacy to you tomorrow.